This is no mystery to everyone. We've been talking about the BSS Omni new platform augmented with the entirely new software suite, the AVX suite of software. And really what this combined solution is, it's really about making sure that we are looking at bringing a platform to market that delivers the dependability and the reliability that you can really only attain from like purpose-built, dedicated hardware, studio quality hardware that is also augmented with best-in-class software. So really the value we're bringing into this space and what we're trying to accomplish for this is to bring back the industrial 24/7 operation, pro dependability of hardware that we can just install into our venue, configure it, put it back in the rack and have it run 24/7 for 10, 15, 20 years without a lot of hassle of maintaining and worrying about security patches and OS updates and things like that. This is a purpose-driven platform augmented with software that is delivering the only infinitely scalable approach to managing all of these processing capabilities. So what's in the suite is we've got a couple of applications. One is AVX Architect, which gives us the ability to configure our system design and to create our user interfaces that we can deploy across any device in the marketplace. We also have AVX Control, which is the app that would run on your consumer tablet, your PC, your Mac, your Android device, even your HARMAN touch panel. And that app receives the panel configurations from AVX Architect. And then third, we have AVX Manager, which is the application that allows you to manage your suite of devices, manage firmware across those devices, and so much more. All of these are applications that you can run on a compute device, whether that's your laptop, whether it's a PC, whether it's a server, or whether you're running an instance in the cloud. It's computer application. There are some really good performers in this space, and I think everyone has a different approach to what they're doing. And one of the things that we highly valued from listening to our customers who have explored a lot of different solutions is people do want predictability and performance. They want reliability in hardware. They want to be able to set hardware in a rack and just know that it's going to work 15, 20 years without a lot of high-touch hand-holding with the technology. They want to know that the components that have been chosen for their hardware in a pro audio space are studio grade. They want studio quality preamps. They want 96 kilohertz. They want the lowest latency audio provisioning without any compromise to I/O count. They want best-in-class hardware, but more importantly, they want all the innovative capabilities that comes with best-in-class software, and they want to do it without the unpredictability or the lack of uncertainty that comes with licensing out all the capabilities of your solution. So one of the key tenets of this platform is it's one price tag. You design your system with the Omni platform, you get one price, and that gives you every capability. So what we're just trying to do is make it simpler to not only choose best-in-class solutions, but also make it simpler to design them and specify them into tenders and RFQs to make sure that there's predictability in the commercial construct behind delivering these capabilities. So we find that to be a very important aspect of the solution. There are a lot of folks in this space that seek to deliver a good unified experience for their customer base, and oftentimes that very much means proprietary software doing proprietary things. Another key tenet of this entire platform inside the entire HARMAN portfolio of installed products is to make sure that we don't want anyone to feel trapped inside a walled garden ecosystem. So everything we've done, we've delivered on a standard communication stack, on a standard API that is a published open standard API to make sure that our stuff works really well with our stuff, but our stuff works really well with everyone's stuff as well. We have an amazing approach to what automation means in the marketplace going forward. And so a key tenet of this entire solutions set is to make sure that we have the ability to automate the most basic and routine functions without technicians in the space feeling like they're automating. And we delivered that through what we call AVX logic, which is just being able to take processing objects and assign them to control references. No real thought of programming in it, it's just simple drag and drop. Where Muse comes in the equation is what happens when we want to do more advanced things. And so the integration of the AMX Muse platform in the BSS Omni platform is taking that entire scripting engine into this platform and enabling the marketplace to be able to bring their own programming tool sets and integrate those into this workflow. So maybe if I've assigned a bunch of basic automation functions inside there and I hit that wall, I can easily invoke some Muse references in my software and then either go into my Node-RED-based automator application and do more flow-based logic assembly where I'm interacting with much more advanced things, or go all the way into, say, a Visual Studio Code and program with Python, JavaScript, and/or Groovy. And that's where the real power of automation in the next 10 years of this market space is, because basing a technology on a standards approach means that we work more seamlessly with agentic AI and generative AI in terms of the more complex stuff that needs to get done. You can have AI assist you in that code creation, and that automatically links you into this platform. We assume that whether we're making noise about it or not, this is the new reality this industry is stepping towards. And a lot of the great technicians, a lot of the great engineers in our SI community and some of our more technical customers, they're already exploring these tools. Most of the early Muse adopters are already experiencing using Claude AI, ChatGPT to basically create node palettes to interact with very, very sophisticated management platforms, network infrastructure, building management systems by simply saying, hey, build me a node palette for this. It packages it, I download it, I import it into my automator environment, and now I've taken all the automation and all the great audio and video capabilities of this platform, and now I'm integrating them into a very sophisticated infrastructure with zero concept of having to script and understand language. So whether we're making noise about it or not is less important than what we already see our customers already doing with this approach. We are so close. Right now, we are in the phase, all of us are itching to just release this. We're excited about what we're seeing. We're excited watching the folks that are piloting this in very important applications, but we're holding back just a little bit longer as we really want to harden the software. We want to make sure that the first out-of-box experience is outstanding. So hold tight, we're almost there.